Hi, this is Jim Myrick with the Myrick & Young Real Estate Team, and today we're going to go over a little bit of practical statistics in the market that can help you buy or sell homes. I know we look at all the ones and like what's the volume and what's going on with that, but what exactly is impacting you when you buy or sell a piece of property? Well, the first one is that I wanted to go over is the comparison from the asking price of the house to what they actually got. So what is the percentages? People like to hear a general number and say, hey Jim, how much, if they're asking, $500,000, what did they expect me to actually give as an offer? Well, I can tell you the battling back and forth can be very different, but what it ends up at, the average in today's market as of April of 2012 is 100.6%. That just kind of indicates what a high market that we've got there, that people are doing very, very well. But just so you know, even in the slower markets, the very low in the last 5 years was in 2008, January of 2008, which January is normally kind of a slower month, was 97.5%. So people start thinking 5, 10, 15, 20% of negotiation rooms. That's just not happening. I take that back. I'm assuming it is happening in some areas, but when it averages out, this is what you expect to get, is about 100.6%. And what does that mean to you? Well, as a buyer, when you start thinking that you're going to come in and you want to offer really, really low and expect people just to kind of jump on it, that's probably, these numbers aren't supporting that. And as a seller, if you're thinking that you really want to pad the price and people are going to come in and negotiate real heavy anyway, no, I think there's an expectation is that if you put a good price on the property, people will buy them. That's just the way this market runs. Now, what's the average price range that's going on right now? Well, today, we use the numbers of last month, but we're not like a Dow Jones stock. We're not going up and down so fast. There is some fluctuations, but it's not as drastic. But right now we're at $625,000 is our average price range, compared to our all-time low, which is February of 2009 at $442,000. Now again, just like the numbers that's happening for the list versus actual price, is that the average price range tends to stiff it up and get a little bit higher in the summer months. The higher price homes tend to move during those times because kids are moving in and out of school and people don't want to disrupt that whole thing. And the more the first time home buyers are doing it more earlier in the later part of the year. So the other one I just want to kind of go over is what's very interesting, what's going on. The volume is pretty steady. Okay, so we don't see a big drastic upturn as far as how much property is being sold as of right now as the same time last year. The only thing that's a kind of a challenge is the actual choices, okay? Because this month is kind of interesting. For the last 5 years, this is the only month that basically the same amount of properties that were placed on the market for sale were the same that were sold. Okay, 1,267 properties were placed on the market today, and 1,263 actually closed same time in April of 2012. Now, compared to the month before, 1,619 homes were put up for sale and 1,067 closed, which only 66% of them closed compared to what was put on the market. And the year before that, it was 53%. So the amount of homes that go on the market compared to homes that have closed, it's kind of disproportionate. I mean, right now we're at 100%. So as fast as they're coming on, they're coming off. Okay, so what's that mean? You got to be the first one out there. You got to know you got to be ready to go, and you got to make sure that you're set to give an offer that the seller can feel comfortable with, because they're going to have multiple offers there, and really they're looking for price. But when price is the same among most of the offers, it's about being ready and the person that's going to be able to depend on them to close that transaction. So anyway, I thank you very much for your time. Look for us next week for the monthly wrap-up on what's going on in May of 2012. And if you are looking for any real estate information, please give us a call at the Myrick and Young team, and you'll see our information here on our blog site and on this video. Thank you very much.